Hello, everyone. Airline operators of Nigeria have placed a ban on Comfort Emerson, the lady who had that fracas with the IbomAir staff, hostess, and all of that. And then she was taken out, her dress was torn, her body exposed, and all of that. And today, Monday, August 11, 2025, the airline operators of Nigeria places no-fly life ban on IbomAir passenger Comfort Emerson for unruly behavior. What this means is that she can never fly in Nigeria again, whether it's local flight or international flight. She wants to travel out of Nigeria or do something, she can no longer, fly. She will not be allowed to fly. She has been banned, she has been flagged. So if there's anything that needs her to fly, she first of all has to leave Nigeria and go to a neighboring country and be able to fly there or travel there by road or by train or by ship or whatever it is, but not by air. And what this makes this so if this was the first thing that had happened, for example, this was the first case we're seeing of this whole unruly kind of behavior fight, people would not really look at it the way they're looking at it now. A few days ago, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal 1, known as KWAM1, did similar thing. He wasn't treated the way she was treated. And after that few days, what he did was he did a video of an apology. After apology again, there was also a video that came out of him where he was threatening the airline. Before the King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal event, there was also another event of Senator Adams Oshiomole, who had, thrown a big tantrum, literally because it was said that he came in late for his flight, although he said he didn't come in late for his flight and the flight had, whether was departing, already departing. And then he did a lot of things. There was no ban on him. There was no fly ban. There was no flying ban on him. There was no punishment, nothing that was, demanded of him. And then now you have this lady, they've even charged her to court and they've currently locked her up. But anyway, let me come back to this one, the airline operators of Nigeria. It says, we condemn the violent incident involving Miss Comfort Emerson, a passenger on IbomAir flight Q903 from Uyo to Lagos on August 10, 2025. We reviewed the detailed statement issued by IbomAir regarding the incident, and we commend the airline for its swift and professional handling of this unfortunate event and fully endorse the actions taken. For me, I think this is really bad because first of all, you can't just say there are two parties here. You can't just say that because you've heard the IbomAir, which is the one you know, the one you're close to, and then you are okay with the decisions they take. The first thing that I think that ought to happen should have been an investigation. You put in an investigation to really understand what it is that happened. Look at both statements, listen to both sides before you now come on and make a decision. The incident which IbomAir described, so now they're telling us that they don't have any independent view on this matter. They've not done any investigation, and that whatever it is that they're saying, it is what the IbomAir had described to them. So there's already a bias in this whole thing. He said the incident which IbomAir described, from the initial refusal by the passenger to comply with safety instructions regarding mobile phone usage, which led to the brutal assault on IbomAir crew members and the attempted use of a fire extinguisher as a weapon. And that this constitutes one of the most severe cases of unruly passengers' behavior witnessed this year. This was not just disruptive, it was a severe cases of no, let me go back. Let me just adjust it and be able to. This was not just disruptive. It was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers, and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. This behavior is unacceptable. Therefore, effective immediately, the AON, that the Airline Operators of Nigeria, has placed Mrs. Emerson on its no-fly list indefinitely. She is hereby banned from flying with any AON member, either domestically or internationally, for life. Such incidents, okay, this is where it gets interesting. You see, this whole conversation that we've been having, it's from them reading the statement of IbomAir and coming to a conclusion. It's not for them doing investigation to find out truly what happened, whether it aligned with what IbomAir said, whether they were part that IbomAir has not added because it didn't align with them, or whether it was something that was completely different from what IbomAir has said. They have not bothered to do this. All they're telling you is that they've taken whatever it is that IbomAir is saying, hook, line, and sinker. The next thing also here, they say such incidents have become one too many, with the most recent being the incident involving Nigerian musician King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal KWAM1 unvalued jet and unruly behavior of Senator Adams Oshiomole towards the members of staff of Air Peace. So you see what they have done here, right? They've mentioned these other names, but why can't they place everybody on the same thing? Why is it that these other names, because they are influential, they have influence or whatever, you've let them off? But it is this lady that you are not carrying because you think you can carry her. They continue by saying that it is also worth mentioning that this incident exposes the vulnerabilities in the security response by the aviation security AFSEC. The AON urgently calls on FAN to immediately review and tighten security procedures at all airports across the country. The AON stands united with IbomAir and all our members in maintaining a zero-tolerance policy towards unruly airline passengers. Going forward, anyone who exhibits such behavior will suffer similar consequences. While we recognize the rights of passengers to express their grievances, such action must follow due process. We are committed to protecting our employees, passengers, equipment, and to maintain the highest safety standards. For me, in this thing, I just see a very biased report coming from a body that has decided to side with one of its own, has not even bothered to investigate and find out what truth is circlet of equity and justice. All they know is that they have to support their own, and that's exactly what they have done there. As for the whole issue, I think this points to the fact in Nigeria that we really have different sets of rules, laws, and regulations for different sets of people, and this is one of the things that we are experiencing here. And it's also something that is just not how do I put it? Uh, it's just not acceptable, really. It's not palatable. It's something that you just look at and it just makes you shake your head at the anyhowness that we have in Nigeria.